think gender ideology in general is very narcissistic. It's like, these are my pronouns, this is my gender, let me talk to you about how I want to be referred to and how you should refer to me. And the whole idea of an app where you go online and you just film yourself talking, I think that it's a really good match, those activists and TikTok, because TikTok is really a platform for narcissists. They create this content and then I put it out there in their own words, and they don't really want us to see it. They want to just live in their bubble where everybody agrees with them. So I'm posting this content and they just can't handle it.
Hey y'all, what's good? I'm back with another video. In today's video, we're gonna go over some little like cringe ass compilation. Right now, I do want to say real quick that I got these clips from Libs of TikTok. Now, Libs of TikTok is very notorious for being hateful, bigoted. Like they hate the trans community, got some agenda against the trans community, right? And the person that you actually just heard talking in the beginning there is actually the owner of Libs of TikTok. I believe their identity is anonymous, but they are a female, and that was just them talking. Now, here's the thing, is that I originally thought Libs of TikTok was very problematic because here they are cherry picking these clips, like trying to make the trans community look bad and crazy. But then you start to realize, like, well, here's the thing. Libs of TikTok isn't altering anything. They're not like taking clips out of context. They're taking whole TikToks that people in the queer community posted on their own accord, and they're showing them to the world. And it's an alarming number of like batshit crazy and problematic, abusive, toxic people out there, right? And there's a problem going on in the LGBT community, and no one's calling it out in the community, but Libs of TikTok is. And the issue is sometimes they don't always get it right. They aren't able to distinguish between actual problematic, actual grooming, actual fucked up instances, and just like trans people being trans people. Because at the end of the day, I do believe that they are bigoted, they do have some sort of hate towards trans people, but it doesn't mean that they're not saying things that are also true and putting out good information. In this shit, you want to study the enemy, and one of the reasons you want to know your enemy, know thy enemy, is because the enemy is going to be saying right things about you, right? So conservatives are opposed to LGBT community, to trans people in general. And they're gonna be dishonest, lie, but they're gonna say a lot of true shit. And it's the true shit that they're gonna be able to convince people with, that they're gonna be able to get the normies, get the fence sitters with. So we gotta be able to confront what they're saying that is actually correct, but show people that, well, we gotta like manage this. Like, it's not necessarily everyone like this. We gotta expel these fucking weirdos from the community. We gotta take control of the narrative, because right now we're losing. Conservatives are starting to win the culture war. So I wanted to do this right here, and today's video is going to be focused on trans people and their pronouns. Trans people being entitled, being attention seeking, going too far with their pronouns, you know, using it as a way to control people, to have some fucking identity because they're a boring ass person. Anyways, let's get right into the cringe.
So I've been getting this question more and more about my pronouns. Basically, you just use them as they, but instead of the TH, it's a V. So they, them, their, themself. Or if that's still a little bit confusing, here's like the example of every form of it in a sentence. I see this like sentence example thing a lot for most pronouns. So hopefully that's not too confusing.
So the first question that comes to mind is like, why? Why? You're literally saying you're using they, but you changed the T to a V? You just want to be fucking special, like change language or something? Because here's the thing. Just use they, them. Like, if you don't want like gendered pronoun, you don't like he, her, use they. They, he, and she. That's fucking it. Those are the only valid pronouns. You can't make up some arbitrary bullshit, because pronouns have a use for social interaction, right? And if we just start fucking saying whatever the hell we want because it's my fucking identity, it makes me feel good, it's gonna be fucking confusing. You know, we're classifying people. Either that person's a he, a she, or they're fucking androgynous, so you use they, right? It's a classification. That's what makes it important. Like, we can't completely change how we're using language, even though language, like I've talked about before, changes, evolves over time when we're talking about social constructs, but we can't change the social construct of it, you know? It has to remain in the lines of that. And then the other thing I wanted to point out is this is so complicated that this fucking person can barely even like remember. You see, they look up and to the right, which means they're accessing like the memory or the thinking part of their brain. They gotta actually put thinking power into explaining this. And if you gotta think to explain this, you got people struggling with basic pronouns, what the fuck are you people expecting? Like no one's gonna understand, let alone respect this. You just look like a moron.
Your non-binary friend live by herself, live by itself,
by themselves.
This was kind of gross when I saw this. Like, leave grandpa alone, you know? Like, hey, props to him for fucking trying, but the way she fucking corrects him, like, all that fucking, like, that attitude and her tone and shit, like he did something fucking wrong, and he's literally trying to gender the person, right? The dude is old. I don't like the way that she went about that. Like, that's not how you fucking treat people. Me, personally, I don't give a fuck about, like, pronouns that much, right? Like, if you misgender me, whatever, it's fucking whatever. You have every right to, and I'm not gonna sit there and fucking force your hand. That's weirdo shit.
What is emoji self? Emoji self is a gender neutral form of neopronouns where an individual will replace a pronoun with an emoji. Now this is primarily only through text or through written communication because you cannot express an emoji in person, but an individual will replace their pronouns with an emoji. So in their bio, instead of having he, him, they, she, they will have an emoji. But what emojis will they use and why do they do this? Let's talk about it. Like noun self, which is another video I can make, individuals will choose an emoji that best reflects them and their gender identity, or will pick an emoji that they just like. It's as simple as that. And they can have a multitude of emojis that they use depending on maybe if they're feeling more femme one day, more masc one day, more androgynous one day, or just because they like a variety of emojis that they use interchangeably in text. There's no rules about emoji self, you can just pick whatever you want to use. Some people may keep the emojis in similar themes, so maybe all fruits, or maybe all sports, or maybe all clothing, and some people just have fun with it and choose as many wild and crazy emojis as they like to replace their pronouns through text communication. So this is what a emoji self conversation may look like with somebody who uses emojis instead of pronouns. This is just one example, but I wanted to share it with you. And obviously you can't use these emojis in conversation because that doesn't work. However, individuals who use emoji self may have alternative words that reflect to the emojis. So for example, off the top of my head, if they use a rainbow emoji, they may use the word rainbow in place of a pronoun in a conversation, or if they use an emoji of a cat, they may use cat as a pronoun in conversation. So creating an alternative word that reflects the emoji but isn't you happen to act out the emoji, because that'd be a bit uncomfortable.
Man, these people just go on and on and on. Like, what the fuck compelled you to sit there and make like a damn near 2-minute video talking about emojis as pronouns? Like, you people are fucking insane, too privileged, and don't have enough problems. This is the case of someone who don't have enough problems or adversity, so they gotta make shit up, you know? I got too many fucking problems to deal with this, and a lot of other fucking people in the world that are going through real world shit got too many fucking problems. Like, you can see the way they dress, like they're privileged and shit. You know, you could just kind of tell when people are kind of fucking soft, and you know, you did too soft for the world. You can tell you ain't living the real world. You fucking lived in La La Land your entire fucking life. And here's the thing, is that if you have to make a damn near 2-minute video trying to explain how to use emoji pronouns, who the fuck do you think is gonna understand this? I mean, fucking the general population is still trying to understand like what a cis person is, and they're fucking cis, you know? Like they barely understand like the basics of gender ideology, of trans medicine, of being trans, of like dysphoria. They barely understand this shit. And you people are making 2-minute videos trying to explain to people how you can use emojis as pronouns. Emojis are not fucking pronouns. You can use it to express yourself, but like, man, y'all people are fucking wild, man. Have something better to do with your life than sit here and do this.
I'm glad you asked. Let's talk about it. So trigender and the way you identify in it can be very heavily based on your culture and your cultural background. For example, I know in Hawaiian culture, there are 3 genders. There's a third gender. I forget what it's called, I'm sorry, but if you happen to be Native Hawaiian, you could identify as that third gender and then man and woman. Or if you happen to be, from Native Hawaiian background and on the other side you have a different background that also has a third gender, you can identify as those 2 non-binary genders. And then take your pick if you want man or woman or not even another non-binary gender. But all in all, it comes from your cultural background. So for me, I come from a very heavy Dutch background and American background. So for me, it's more based on if there's man on one side, woman on the other, and non-binary is somewhere in the middle, and then I take up that whole area, the whole bar there. And I know for a lot of people, non-binary is a completely separate spectrum, and that's just not my experience, but I still think that that's a valid experience to have. It all depends on your experiences and your personal history, I hope this answers your question. Let me know if you have any more questions, and I'd be happy to answer them. Oh, I think I forgot to mention, for those of you who are newer here or just don't know, I identify as trigender. This is my trans identity, and I am a man, a woman, and non-binary. So, take that bar again, man, woman, non-binary. I just take up the whole bar. And it's different from gender fluid because the gender identity never changes or shifts where one gender identity is stronger than the other or anything like that, I'm very happy to talk about this stuff, so please don't feel like any of your questions are too weird or anything like that for me. But of course, do try to phrase them in the politest way you can. Alright, with that, I will see you soon. Bye!
Are you trying to be fucking bullied? Who the fuck wakes up and is like, let me fuck my face up? And let me put on some fucking clown paint. Literally if you want to wear makeup, wear fucking makeup. Why do you have a white line going down your lip and fucking stars on the side of your face? You look fucking weird. You look like a fucking anime character come to life or some shit. But hey, besides that, I'm thinking, what the fuck are you talking about gender, pronouns, and culture? Literally, your culture is part of your identity already. You don't need to fucking put culture, ethnicity, race as the pronouns. It's literally categorically has nothing to do with fucking gender. It's literally something else. And the fact that it already has to do with your identity is what the fuck is with y'all people? I don't understand. I really can't understand. And I have a theory about these people. Maybe these people like being oppressed so fucking much that's why they look like this. Because all these people that want to do this performative, attention seeking ass pronoun shit, they all got a certain look to them. And it's not human. They look like fucking aliens or monsters or some shit. And I'm not even making fun of the way they look. I'm not saying they're ugly. I'm saying how they the fucking the makeup, the weird ass piercings, the hairstyles, everything. It's you're trying to fucking stand out or something. And what, you want to be made fun of more so you could feel more oppressed and more marginalized or something? I feel that's what it is sometimes, because it's just some weirdo shit, man. And they just get stuck in this cycle. These are sad fucking people.
Yes, I can. It's a long story though. So I came about wanting to use neopronouns when I was with one of my exes. We don't talk about them. Anyways, no, but they use cat neopronouns, and I was like, oh, those are so cute. I kind of want cool pronouns, something that fits me, because cat pronouns very much suited them. But I was like, I want something that fits me specifically. And so I started looking, and I was like, okay, well, what about my special interests? I can use something of that nature, something that relates to me. I'm autistic, and one of my biggest special interests is space. And I wanted to use Star and Star Self, but then I was like, 2 of my friends call me Star Child, and if I started using Star and Star Self, they would start using it while calling me Star Child, so that just seems a little bit redundant. And then I was like, the moon! Moon and Moon Self. I also use Glitch and Glitch Self, but that's just because I'm completely and utterly obsessed with glitchcore. A lot of people don't understand why I use neopronouns. I just think they're cool. They make me feel good, I guess. I don't know, I just like them.
I want cool pronouns. This motherfucker says up, I want cool pronouns. And the moon? You're the fucking moon? Shit, this person probably do have an orbit. I ain't even finna lie. But yo, like, I just can't. You see these people, man? These are the type of people that really hated me in school. But now they're being given a voice. These people never had a fucking voice. These are like the kind of people no one fucked with, sat in the corner reading like manga or some weird fucking shit. And they're just always on about some like weird shit, like not normal shit. But I don't know. We'll just move on next one.
I have a student in one of my classes that's homophobic, transphobic, sexist, purposefully misgenders me. Back in September, I tried to get him moved to another class because it had just been an ongoing issue. And not only was he rude and disrespectful, he was just like not trying, and wouldn't take direction, would constantly argue with me. It's been an ongoing thing. Was told that it's too late in the year, couldn't move him, he would lose the credit. Yet they transferred someone into my class this month who was only getting half the credit. So it's okay for that kid to get half the credit, but not okay to remove the kid that's harassing me. I went to the counselors today. I've been asking for a parent-teacher conference for months now. Hasn't happened. Counselors won't set it up. But when I mentioned the fact that he's misgendering me on purpose, I was told, well, some religions, you know, they don't have to do that because some religions don't agree with that, so they don't have to respect that. Out of public school. Now, I don't know if this kid is religious. I don't think he is, but the counselor sure is. And she made it obvious without directly saying it that she doesn't agree with who I am or my existence, so that's fun. And I hope she has the day she deserves. That's all I'm gonna say.
Don't fucking teach them, dude. I hate fucking teachers, these controlling ass fucking teachers, man. You know these types. Teachers that got fucking bullied growing up should not be allowed to fucking teach because they always take that shit out on you. You know how many fucking teachers I had that had some problem with me just because I'm just like fucking like delinquent that doesn't respect authority? Like, you know, it sucks that you got this kid misgendering you, but you ever think that like the way you're going about it, the kid got no fucking respect for you and there's no reason to like fucking for them to respect you? You know, and like, it's a kid, man. Like, you're a fucking teacher. A lot of kids don't want to be at school. They got a lot of shit going on. And now you're asking this kid to respect you, but you're not even showing no respect. It don't make no fucking sense. You're a teacher. Just let it be. If you can't handle a student misgendering you, if you can't handle students saying anything, because students say a lot of shit. Students talk a lot of shit. You're supposed to be the adult. You're supposed to be the teacher. You're getting fucking paid there. You're getting paid to go there. Students are forced to be there. And you're trying to get this kid removed from your classroom for misgendering you, and then you're mad because your boss is like, nah, that's fucking stupid. Fucking have some thicker skin or don't be a teacher. It's that simple.
I'm Cody. Pronouns em, ers, or zem, zers, or really any neopronouns that aren't z, her, hers. I am a white, transmasculine, femme, non-binary, temporarily mostly able-bodied, neurodivergent, obsessive-compulsive, chronically ill, culturally Jewish, Unitarian Universalist, non-monogamous, demi-low romantic, gray demi-bisexual, survivor of acute and complex trauma, millennial, and cat parent in mental health recovery.
Okay, so you exist and you've lived life before. Like, what the fuck do these people be thinking where they gotta like list out like literally everything they are and everything they've been through? Like, nobody fucking cares. And also, damn near everyone in this world is in mental health recovery or has some sort of fucking acute or complex trauma or just trauma. Like, it's literally, I don't understand these types of people. Like, it's once again, you clearly are too privileged, don't have enough problems, and everybody around you is doing good. And so you think like you're like special or something. Like you're going through this like special adversity when like really you probably got it a lot easier than most fucking people. Because people really going through it, they're not finna come on TikTok and talk about everything they are, everything they've been through, everything they struggle with. It's not a good look, and nobody fucking cares. Like, why are you so self-absorbed? Do something for this world. You know, make something, be something. yeah, so that's actually all I got for this video. I'm gonna do another one with these TikTok compilations where it's like just some like fucking weird ass like queer teachers, like weird shit that they talk about how they like, I don't know, it's a lot of these teachers on TikTok that they just like, they're actually pumping in gender ideology into like elementary schools, and it's fucking weird. Because that's not what you're there for. You're there to teach kids like their 1s and 2s or ABCs. Like the kids that have gender problems, they'll seek it out on their own. They'll figure it out on their own. Ain't nobody fucking asked you to be a goddamn parent. So I'm gonna make a video about that too. But anyways, that's all for this video. I hope y'all have a blessed day. Stay elevated, stay lifted, work hard, achieve in this life. Anyways, peace out, bitches. Have a good one.
It's so hard, it's so hard, yeah, it's so hard, it's so hard, yeah, it's so hard. It's so hard, man, I fucking hate this life. It's just a fucking game, yeah, I'm fucked up every night. I don't know which way to go, yeah, I'm never right. Yeah, my heart is so fucked up, I don't have no love. I've been down bad each and every way. Every day, I don't even know what to fucking say. I just hate this life, it's just a fucking game. No, it's not the same, ever since I had pain. Real trauma in my fucking brain. Now I just gotta make it, I could never fake it. Oh, what the fuck, yeah, you fake, bitch. Yeah, that's ancient, yeah, I mean that's old shit. Put you in the past, yeah, I just gotta blast off like a fucking rocket. Bitch, I'm going harder, play it fucking smarter. Know that I'm on target, I can never be down bad my entire life. But I gotta focus, you know that it's perfect. Magic hocus pocus, you can never stop me. You can never stop me, I will fucking drop you. I will get to the top if I fucking try high. In this life sometimes it's do or die high.